hoping that we're back. We're in Journey.
Okay, hang on.
I apologize for everything that happened. We are currently in the process of setting our stream link back up to have the donate thing in there. We're streaming through the PlayStation 5, like we used to do in the olden days, before we got OBS. The downside is that we don't have that nice charity tracker. The upside is that theoretically you all can see what the hell is happening.
Much better. Oh, it's beautiful. Also, for this episode, the part of Red will be played by their little robot buddy, because now I'm being routed through a phone speaker.
Thanks, Google 3A.
Yeah. So
This stream is
Brought
not
up by the power of Raycon earbuds.
This stream is not sponsored by Google or Raycon.
God, thank goodness for that.
this stream is sponsored by whoever can give me OBS's head on a pike.
Please note, OSP does not condone violence. Or at least, not murder. And usually not violence.
OSP condones sending a message.
Wow. Oh,
Journey!
Oh, it's already infinitely better.
I am so sorry, everybody. We got on the call like half an hour early. Red was like, let's get this started.
We got it all set up.
Let's make
We're
sure
like,
it's
I think it's
fine.
working.
We had it ready, and then like 2:50, it's like, oh, your stream health is poor. It's like, okay, fine, I'll set all the settings to like 420, and then we kicked everything down, and then the stream was so incomprehensibly bad that just everything broke.
We got 800 people back.
Yeah.
It's literally never been that bad before.
Never been that bad.
Every time it's like, every time it's just like, oh, we're trying to, okay, we'll lower the resolution because that way it'll be able to play at like a proper frame rate and it won't be a slideshow, or oh, we'll do this other thing. And this time we were like, let's do all of those things so this stream works better than ever before. And instead, like some cartoonish Coyote and Roadrunner situation, everything crashed into itself.
Yep.
I mean, come on, it's 2020. It has to happen.
Yeah.
Oh god, so much chemistry. Oh god.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, because we are streaming straight from the PS4 and not through OBS and its high-tech, cool settings, we cannot
'cause
show
those work.
the donation bar. So I will instead be reading it out. Currently, our goal is set at $5,000, and we have raised $2,430 even.
Nice.
Which is good. That's very good.
Someone donate 69 cents.
If we don't, yeah. I know we don't have the satisfaction of a progress bar, but sometimes you just gotta feel that shit.
It'll work. If our audio levels are a little off, we can manually adjust how loud Red is to a degree, so we can tweak that a little bit. But for now, let's just play. Let's just play the game we came here to play.
I'm gonna start like whistling into the mic and doing my best R2D2 impression.
Oh, this is muted. That's why I can't hear.
Oh my god.
So, it wouldn't be OSP if it wasn't chaotic. So, the reason that we are so excited about the new podcast that we have coming up starting next Wednesday is so this shit doesn't happen.
Yeah, we'll just be able to talk into a mic with good audio quality and just discuss things without the main topic of conversation being, oh god, not it! So.
Yeah, just like that. We're both going to be recording locally on our end, and then Indigo's going to stitch it all together all nice and neat. And then we won't have to worry about anything going wrong, so if for some reason, 15 minutes of footage are completely unusable, we just cut that out, because we're not going to be live.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
No problems.
Oh god, I just realized that absolute train wreck of a stream is going to be archived on our channel forever.
No, we can just delete it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Nothing of value would be lost.
Keep this secret. Oh god, the game is just like insultingly pretty now.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, OBS?
Oh,
Was this
God.
beyond your capability?
Yeah. OBS is like, no, I wouldn't dare to render the beauty of God unto so feeble. Yeah.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
It's like that trend of all those Renaissance artists who, painted themselves as... Well, not all those Renaissance artists, but, Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel painted himself as the flayed skin of St. Bartholomew. Who was basically... I think it was, he dared to, challenge God's authority on, beauty or something, so Michelangelo's like, oh, look at me trying to paint God's majesty. This is just me, burning for my hubris. As we do.
The chat would like to point out Red 2D2.
Red 2D2.
Yes!
Beautiful, beautiful,
I've
beautiful.
achieved my ultimate form.
I'm going to be playing as the Fancy Robes guy this time, because I like Fancy Robes guy. And then we can just, like, fly into infinity. And it's great. Even, like, right here at the beginning of the game, we have so much power to just go. Could book it across the whole map.
Okay, I'm clearly a little too tired because I have the stream also running on my laptop just so I can check the live stream. And the audio is doing much better, by the way.
Good.
But I was, like, looking at my screen and I'm like, oh no! The screen is halfway cut in half! But no, it wasn't. I was just scrolled lower on the page.
Down.
Oh no! Oh look, we're back at our peak viewership. There we go. Thank you everybody for bearing with us.
Thanks for tuning back in. We're sorry about all the crazy.
We apologize for
I mean,
everything.
Obviously, yes, it's great for us to apologize, but also, no part of that was, like, our fault.
Well, I
We
mean,
were in exactly as much shit as you guys were.
like, theoretically, we could have somehow figured out what was wrong and been able to better address it. But
Okay.
I mean, we've been trying to do this for months, and it don't do. So
Every
we're just gonna
time.
do it
Every time.
the analog version back in the olden days. This was still better than the setup that we had when Red, I was basically routing you through a tinny little earphone speaker because I didn't realize that you can plug
Yeah.
microphones directly into the PlayStation. That was a great
that
thing
was
to
fun.
learn. Red, I remember when you were visiting me, we were playing, Shadow of the Colossus, Journey, and all the other stuff. You were like, "Are we sure we can't plug it in?" It's like, no, I looked it up, we can't. And then after the stream, we plugged in the mic, and it was like, oh, this works perfectly.
It just
Great.
works. It didn't even need drivers or anything.
Yeah,
It was
no settings to
fine.
change. It's just
What
like, oh,
are
this is your audio. Here we go. So,
I feel like the lesson of our streams is that one magnificent musical number from acclaimed work of cinema, High School Musical.
Ha!
Stick to the stuff you know.
I thought you were gonna say "bop to the top," but that makes more sense in context.
You're gonna pop to the top.
Oh God.
The best thing to ever come out of High School Musical, in my opinion, because I've never seen all the movies all the way through. I've never seen most of the movies even part of the way through.
Don't tell my sisters.
Honestly, same.
Is that video where it's Troy singing "Bet on It," but it's synced to "Let It Go," and it works far too well.
4-4 time, man.
Yeah.
4-4 time is a hell of a drug.
So do I get this fancy pen? Now I'm back on my laptop. And I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
like-
no, we should get that pen.
So I kind of want to get a fountain pen, and I've had fountain pens in the past. I love them, but because I lived in middle of nowhere,
1956 viewers, good year.
I did not have access to like refillable fountain pens. I only had access to the disposable ones, and like Pilot makes some good disposable fountain pens, yada yada. But like, save the planet, yo. And also, I don't have them anymore. So I want to get.
Also,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry. Donations. We've surpassed the halfway point.
Ooh.
We've got a total donation of $2,615. Thank you. So let me check actually who just donated.
Yeah, let's read out names to encourage people to donate. Donate, and we'll read it out.
Probably.
Okay. Most recent donation was from Lyra with $20 saying, "Why is she trapped in a tin can? What kind of cruel fate is this?" It's like, oh, thank you. I'm very comfortable in the can, but I appreciate your concern.
Are there snacks in the can?
Oh, there's so many snacks in the
Okay,
can. I've got
good,
so many
good.
cookies in this can.
Nice.
Red 2D2, Blue 3PO, and Cyanate. Wait, why do you get arms?
Aw.
Oh, am I the only robot with arms?
Astromech droids just have, like, little flip-out lighters and stuff. No
Yeah.
arms.
That's not fair. I want arms. Not really.
Actually, I think only R2's an Astromech. I don't remember what kind BB-8 is.
BB-8 is a friend.
Well, yes.
I don't.
R2-D2 is shaped like a bastard. BB-8 is shaped like a friend.
R2D2 is shaped like an intercontinental ballistic warhead.
So how about that fall, y'all?
Yeah, trees are changing colors. It's all pretty.
it's
It's finally
beautiful.
cold enough to wear jackets. Like I went outside to go to my local creperie because everyone has one of those.
My local creperie.
They're great. They know me by name. They always draw cute stuff on the box when I order. It's great.
Aw.
But yeah, no, it's because I go there like several times a week over the course of a year now. Support your local businesses by buying gift cards. They really appreciate it. And, like, every single person there I talked to was like, so this weather, right? We can finally wear jackets. And I'm like, I know, it's great.
I don't think you guys realize that, like, the first day that it got down to 50, I put all of my summer clothes away and pulled out, like, my winter coat, my sweater. And, like, today it's back up to 70 Fahrenheit where we are, which I want to say is, like, 30-something Celsius, based on my bad mental conversion.
I think it's under 30.
It is
high
hotter.
20s.
Okay.
High 20s.
Yeah, 20s.
I knew it was, like, close to 30, but I didn't know.
Yeah, high 20s in smart units.
High 20s in the units of most people. But anyway, and so I am wearing a long sleeve dress, tights, and a sweater. We had to turn the air on, but it's worth it.
Yeah. I think that fall is a state of mind.
Yes.
You know, you really got to take that shit with you.
I love that people are giving me a bunch of different numbers for what it is, but I think the consensus is closer to 21. Listen, my math is not good. I never promised to be good in math.
We could just Google it, but instead we're like, I think it's actually 23. It's like, whatever.
Because I thought... One of my old roommates, not a green who's shown up on a stream or anything from the college days, he had, like, this easy set of, like, touch points for what the metric ones are. It was, like, obviously, you know, 0C is 32F, and then it was, like, 10 is 50, and, like, 20 is... Actually, yeah, maybe it was
20
that 20...
68.
Yeah, 20 is 68. Oh, so close to nice.
See, I got taught a mnemonic for it, actually.
Oh?
Which is 30 is hot, 20 is nice, 10 is cool, 0 is ice.
Ah!
It's the only metric I have, but it's
30
so
is hot.
useful. It's like, oh, it's pretty hot. Guess it's about 30 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
Listen,
Yeah,
all
that's
I
funny.
know is that, like, literally my mental calculator is 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit, 100 Fahrenheit, 37 Celsius. Because I know that's just above body temperature, and for some reason, know body temperature in Celsius. Guess what's what happens when you work in the vaguely medically world?
One thing that I've learned
I only
from...
remember...
I was going to say, one thing I've learned from listening to the Play, Watch, Listen podcast with Alana
I
Pierce...
thought you weren't into podcasts.
I watch
You
it
lied to me!
I know, I watch it
You
on YouTube.
lied!
I started like 2 weeks ago. It's Alana Pierce from Funhouse and previously IGN. Mike Bithell, who makes games. Austin Wintory, composer of Journey and All Around Genius. And then Troy Baker, voice actor from everything. Troy was like, yeah, I'm trying to like do the metric system because I know like it's inevitable that the rest of the world's going to catch up eventually, so I'm trying to get ahead of it. And everyone's like, you know, that's fair. And Mike Bithell, like living in the UK, is like, ah, yes, good. Join us over in the metric camp. So
Donation
Troy
update.
Baker is the one American who's consistently on metric.
Donation update. We're nearly at 3,000.
Wow.
We just got 2 donations. One from an anonymous with $250.
Nice.
Sitting in my kitchen while everything burns around me. This is fine. With this charity effort, though, maybe things will actually be fine. Thanks. And another one saying, these fires suck. Thanks for doing this. Donating $69.69.
Nice!
Yeah, baby.
We're such like a family-friendly channel usually until like just like those numbers show up and then it's like, haha, nice.
Listen, those numbers are just inherently funny.
Yeah, it's beyond the original meaning that they're just like funny numbers now.
Yeah.
And then there's
That's how
like
memes work.
yeah, our Twitter follows, we stopped at 69. Whenever we want to follow someone new, we yank someone else off the list to make it fit.
You are the weakest link. You must be destroyed.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how memes work, you know? It's like, the meme is funny the first time, and then every time it's referenced after that, it's funny because it's referencing the first time it was funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sequential humor.
At one time, no, that's way too long of a story for how not interesting it is. Okay, never mind.
Whoa!
You know, sometimes you just, like, you're about to go into a tangent and then you self-evaluate and it's like, no, this isn't worth it.
You stare down the next 20 minutes of your life and you're like, no.
Yeah.
I reject your reality.
I reject your reality and supplement it with my own.
Adam Savage quote, right?
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's from Mythbusters. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Speaking of It's not related to that at all. I don't know why I said that. I've been watching so much Great Britain Doc, you guys. It's so good. I just have it in the background. I feel kind of bad though because like I have it in the background when I work, which means I'm not watching it, which means I'm just listening to what they're saying. But this is actually a very interesting way to experience the show because it really lets you realize how deceptive the editing is. Because if you're listening to it, you will just hear for about 30 straight minutes like, oh, this is a disaster, it's never gonna come together, oh, I just broke my entire biscuit, no! And then like, when it comes time, the next thing you hear is like, this is delicious, I can't believe you've done this, it's amazing, oh, it's so moist, let me handshake you. And you're just like, what the fuck was all that about the freaking out then?
Yeah.
Did you cut every time where that person was like, wow, this is really coming together, I'm really enjoying this, I'm so proud. Anyway, so it's so fun, but also all the voices in that show are gradually replacing my own internal voice.
Yeah. On the subject of deceptive editing, it's like in, America's Got Talent and stuff, where if you just watch a clip of it and don't look at it, like, you'll hear the stock sound effects they add to the crowd reactions. God, yeah.
I will say, I think the funniest thing that I've noticed watching Great British Bake Off is there is this specific cadence that every British person uses when they're narrating, and it's like, they do this constantly in that show. It'll be like, when she's not hitting the bakery for her delicious treats, she's hitting the streets in pursuit of the infamous killer, Jack the Ripper. And it's just every sentence they say sounds exactly like that.
Yes.
Speaking of, that was what was distracting me the other night. I was thinking how funny it would be if you had, like, one of those baking shows where one of the contestants was, like, the detective chasing Jack the Ripper, and another contestant was just Jack the Ripper.
Wow.
And just, yeah, them playing that out, and, like, how they're trying to chase each other down, and obviously she's like, I'm gonna find him. He has to be stopped, and then Mavon's like, yeah, I killed him. Wait, are we rolling? Back to, like, for this challenge, they're going to have to make a real showstopper. It's just like, I don't know, man. That show's doing weird shit to my sense of humor.
Mr. Todd, what have you baked for us today? Please, call me Sweeney.
Apparently there's a subset of fountain pens for left-handed people. Can you not write with a normal pen with your left hand?
It's like women's products that are the same, but pink and cost twice as much.
So I think it's specifically because a lot of the pens, it's for the pens that have like the weird handle, like the finger grip.
Yeah.
Because you can't just like hold it at a different angle.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Also, we're past $3,000.
Holy heck.
Okay.
People are like, no, it smudges. Yes, I know it smudges. Thank you. I'm aware. I too often write with my left hand. I just didn't realize that you needed to have specific pens.
I guess maybe it's like quick drying ink or something. I don't know.
No, because you can just add quick drying ink to the pen.
That's fair. Oh,
hi, little
Miss Cleo. Hello. Did you wake up from your nap?
Cleo cameo.
Here.
Check it off your bingo cards.
How's it going,
Hello, babe.
little Beal?
Hello.
My dad, if he is listening, my dad, the last time I talked to him, accused me of putting Cleo in the video basically for, the reason of, like, pandering, which is not inherently wrong, but the reason that I put the Cleo cameos in there is that it's when I'm interrupted in the middle of a take by Cleo, I don't, like, go out of my way to include her. Oh, a second player. Whoa, another player with hello, we have a friend. Whoa,
Yay!
But I never go out of my way to include Cleo. It's only when she decides to interrupt my recording session that I end up including her in the thing.
Like, here's the thing. You can't force a cat to cameo.
Yeah.
They're very difficult to work with.
So whenever Cleo shows up in a video, that's because she moseyed on into my desk in the middle of recording.
Cleo often...
I absolutely lost my shit. That's right, Cleo. Slavery's bad.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Red's audio? She is coming out of my cell phone.
I've been turned into a robot. Send help. My emotions are fading away.
You don't need to hear that.
Red is trapped in the spirit realm.
But... So, Cleo often likes to interrupt my chemistry class, which is fun because it's a virtual lecture. And so my teacher will just be like, oh, your cat's really cute. I'm like, thanks, she really likes chemistry because she doesn't like to hang out with me unless I'm taking chemistry. Apparently right now, though, she does. Yeah. She's gotten more snuggly as it's gotten colder, and she's realized that we have lots of warm blankets she can hide under.
Mood.
Oh, one funny story about other people in Journey, a story from the Play, Watch, Listen podcast, was Austin Wintory was conducting a Journey live concert event where like they play through the game on a projector and then they play the music along live, which is obviously like really cool for a lot of reasons. But one of the things that happened was a player joined in the middle of the game, and it was a live play-along because they were connected to the internet, so, people can join. And at the end of the game, after, like, they played, like, the whole big dramatic finale song, which we'll get to later, at the end of the game it shows you the players that you've met along the way. So there's, like, this somber moment after the big song finishes, and it's like, players met along your journey, Dick Blaster 69, or, like, something approximating that, and the crowd just lost their shit. He tells the story better than I do, but apparently this was a thing that happened, where someone with a very untoward screen name ended up finding their way into
Also,
the live playthrough.
Shout out to Spark, who donated $4.21 with the comment, adding one more cent since Blaze It is in poor taste. Mad respect.
I mean, but if you had done $4.20, we would have yelled Blaze It, and now you just get sad spoken Blaze It.
Blaze joins, not the West Coast. Anyway, gender reveal parties are bad.
Yeah, no.
I feel so bad for the lady who invented them.
Yeah, she's like, please stop.
Anyone is. I feel like nobody's blaming her at this point.
Oh, no.
But she's definitely feeling responsible.
I mean,
She's telling people to stop doing them.
Yeah, she's been against it for years. Like, the first one was like, I made a cake and it was a very, like, mundane affair with my family, and then everyone else went nuts about it.
Remember the time my sisters threw a gender reveal party for their Sims baby?
Yes, I do remember that. Your mom was mortified.
My mom was not thrilled, but the especially fun part is that my cousin tried to, like, turn it into a huge, extended family-wide Zoom call.
Neighborhood affair.
I don't know. We're just like, sorry? I have work? It was like at like 2 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Tell the Sims I send my regards. I'll send them a card once they drown in a swimming pool because someone took the ladder away.
But yeah, in case anyone is confused, we are not for gender reveal parties. They're awful and terrible for a myriad of reasons. Also, they're not even really gender reveal parties. They're not even gender reveal parties. They're just sometimes biological sex parties. They're not even chromosomal sex parties.
Oh no, they left!
Your friend just dissolved.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Thanos!
Mr. Stark! I don't feel so good.
Well, thank you, friend.
Still funny.
I hope this person, like, somehow stumbles onto this journey stream and then it's like, oh, a person. Oh, heck! Another one!
Do trans people get a second gender reveal party? And I think that's up to them.
If they want it.
But I am down.
I feel like
no pyrotechnics,
if
please.
anyone deserves a gender reveal party as, like, an adult where they get to make it how they want.
Yeah.
Trans people, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We support...
Like, you want to fucking throw a party for all your friends and be like, hey guys, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We support trans people throwing their own gender reveal parties.
Yeah.
As long as they
I
involve
think
no
more people
wildfires.
Yeah. I just think more people should throw parties, except, social distance. Be safe.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone just said, what about a gender repeal party?
Oh, that's good.
Sorry, I don't know if that came out clearly, but a gender repeal party. Well,
Red, I think we lost Yuri there.
uh-oh.
Oh, she gone.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's gone.
Here, you want to try...
Nope.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're now getting into the spooky part of this level where we leave the beautiful watermelon-colored
Sorry,
field.
I accidentally called Hello Future Me.
Oh no! Tim! What if he picks up?
He did not, I hung up! Sorry, Red, I was trying to call you back and accidentally called Hello Future Me, but I think he's asleep.
Oh, Tim, I'm so sorry.
This time. It's okay, I was just like, what was happening?
I don't know, my phone just decided to hang up, and then I clicked call back, but you were right above Hello Future Me, and I clicked the wrong one.
Well, I'm glad to be back. Cold, unfeeling robot form I've taken.
Red 2D2 is a very ethereal presence, prone to dissipating at the slightest of...
People are like, bring Hello Future me! I'm like, guys, he's probably asleep!
We will surely
what
invite
time it
him
is?
onto the podcast.
Oh, absolutely. God, we're excited for that.
That was
also,
actually-
shout out to our bud, Trying Robin, for donating $42, saying,
Ah.
for 20, move it a digit and you get the meaning of life, not the West Coast burning. You get it.
Yeah.
Trying Robin, one of our amazing Discord moderators.
Yeah. Sorry for swamping you guys with
the
new
old
people
guy.
yesterday. We didn't realize what putting the Discord link would do.
Yeah, usually we put the Discord link in my videos, and no one really finds it because it's below the fold, so no one clicks the See More button. But for yesterday's announcement of the podcast, we put the Discord link above the fold so that it was one click away, and that was problematic. Gosh. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, Red, I don't know if you heard, but the joke was instead of a gender reveal party, it's a gender repeal party. Yeah.
We cut open the cake and it's just like black on the inside.
Yeah.
You're like,
No, you
my
open-
gender is the boy now.
You cut open the cake and a legal notice comes out telling you to cease and desist.
No!
Oh no!
God damn it!
Oh no!
My tea! My phone! Ah!
Oh right, in your case it's fabric, so it absorbs the tea!
Okay, can we get the instant replay for the audience? What just happened?
I knocked my tea over.
Okay. Oh god.
Yellow would like to point out that Discord links are a mistake.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
OSP is spilling the tea.
We'll be right back.
Now Cleo's gone.
Why do we stream? Why do I do this willingly
stream, lost away?
to myself?
So anyway,
Why do
fun
we
story
stream?
today.
Lost away?
A friend of ours who
So we can learn.
a friend
Sorry, I
of ours.
watched all the Nolan Batman movies and Michael Caine's in my brain now. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I went with my friend to pick up her brand new kitten today. Cleo
Oh, wait,
has a
can you
cousin.
play? Our friend
Oh,
on the
no.
game is very
Our
sad.
friend's like, where are we at? Hello, 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 hello. You need to tell me where to go because I don't know.
Follow them.
I'm
Just
trying.
go forward.
They're gonna be like, wow, our player got so much worse all at once. Oh, but we just flew off into the sunset.
Yeah, it's okay. We're starting the next level.
Do they come with us?
Yeah.
Oh, you have over 3,000 concurrent viewers.
Oh, that's amazing.
One of
Welcome
them is
to
me.
my failures.
Woo!
Here's the thing, I played Journey once a long time ago, and I wasn't particularly good at it, and I have I'm bad with PlayStation. I'm bad with PlayStation. Because you tell me to hit the X button, and I don't hit the X button. I hit something else. Whee!
So yeah, right now you're just kind of vibing.
Whee!
Donation shout out to Orthank with $30 saying Rip Blues tea gone before its time.
Oh no! Why am
Thank
I
you,
falling?
Orthank.
Oh no! It let me float for a while, and then it's like, you're
you
dead.
run out of scarf,
Oh no.
and then you fall. Yeah.
Where's our friend?
Over by where the little white fuzz on the edge of the screen is.
Oh. Friend! They're above me. Oh, they're there! Hello! Friend! Friend, I'm coming for you! I really hope they're not watching this stream.
Statistically almost
Odds
impossible.
are like
but could be really
minuscule,
cool.
yeah.
What if they come back and watch the stream later? They're like, OSP was playing Journey? I was playing Journey. Wait,
What were the odds?
that's me! Oh, they got the little thing. I did not.
Oh, it's okay. We
I
don't
forgot
need it.
about that.
We don't need it.
But that was the one we could never get, wasn't it?
No, there was a different one.
Whee. Oh, I'm out of scarf. Oh, I hit a wall. A literal wall.
Our donation are currently at $3,248.64. There's
Oh,
no
wait,
flying
am I supposed to be
numbers
hitting
there,
the
but I'm still
flying
proud of
things?
us.
Ah, I didn't realize I was supposed to be hitting the flying things.
Oh, the little scarfy boys? Yeah, they gave you more scarf.
Thank you. That would have been helpful.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, see.
I'm soaring, flying.
Yeah.
I don't know where our friend is. I think they're behind me.
Yeah, that's what this is.
That's the blur on the screen. I'm not good at. I can't do that range. It's like, you know how there's like the range between your like low voice and your high voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't the falsetto called like head voice because you're
Yes.
singing it from just yeah.
So, like, the difference between your head voice and your chest voice, that is about where we were, and I got a little stuck.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so envious of people who can hit those really deep notes, like the ones that kind of stop sounding like a human voice.
And
Yeah, I was just about to do secret tunnel and
Yeah.
die. Oh, the most beautiful part of the game.
hello.
I'll look up and clean
look,
my
our friend.
spills
Hello,
to.
friend. Friend.
Oh, beautiful. God, this art direction in this game is so good. I wish I could listen to the music right now. Road of Trials is a banger.
It's so pretty.
I honestly, Journey and Abzu music is like the soundtrack to my work on
Hello,
OSP.
friend. Oh, I've never played with a friend before. I love it.
Isn't it so much fun?
They're just so cute and there.
The button to make you just ping out a random glyph. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Circle, yeah, you can hold it for longer.
Bing. Hello, friend.
It's amazing. This
They
game
clicked
came out
back.
like 8 years ago. It's a 2012 game, and it's still like the best game.
I just
don't know how they
glitched
did
through
it.
a wall.
That's okay. It also might have been sand.
Nope, it was not.
Okay.
Whoa, wait, where'd you go? Hello.
Who's going down? I mean, on the
Donation from Spilled Tea for $50. Thank you very much.
You mock me.
You can come to me on the day of my stream.
Can you give your friend more scarf by, like, binging?
Yes, and also just by standing close to them.
Hello, friend, come here.
All right, I'm taking the wheel.
Thank you.
Blue, take the wheel.
Oh, yeah, but our friend got a kitten.
Yeah.
Her name is
Yeah!
Soda, and she's really cute. Yeah, that's it.
Good cat.
I once met the loudest kitten I've ever met.
It was it
just
not Cleo?
No, actually. Well, I still haven't physically met Cleo.
I
It's
know.
gonna happen.
It hurts me.
I'm just trying to be safe.
No,
but
don't
it's
come here.
mostly just, this tiny gray kitten with like leopard print spots.
Aw.
I don't remember what breed it was. I looked them up and they're like kind of rare and expensive. But she was just really, really loud and very energetic and spent 3 hours chasing a shoelace for me. So
Aw.
That's
it
so
was
cute.
great. It was wonderful. I love kittens. Okay. We are at $3,353.64.
Hell yeah.
With recent donations.
Someone
from
hit us up
one
with those
eggy
5
boy.
cents.
A $5 donation from one eggy boy who volunteered thoughts on eggs.
Oh, it depends.
on egg.
I'm not really the biggest fan of a lot of ways you cook eggs. I like scrambled. I can do poached on occasion. Hard boiled, or any kind of boiled egg, only if it's in ramen. And that's pretty much the only eggs I can eat. Because anything that's too squishy, I can't do the squish.
Tea eggs are great in ramen specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't fry eggs?
I used to. I just don't really think to anymore. Like a fried egg on a sandwich, like I'm totally down. But like if I'm gonna be
Like
preparing,
a croque madame? Or which is that? Which one's the monsieur? Which one's the madame?
Madame has an egg. Have
Okay.
you never just had a breakfast sandwich with a fried egg?
No.
Huh.
Huh.
Bagel gang, catch me over here having a plain ass bagel with cream cheese.
Have you ever had a
real bagel,
breakfast
at least?
sandwich on a bagel?
No.
Next, you're gonna tell me you don't know what scrapple is.
Excuse me.
No, I don't.
Pork roll or Taylor ham?
No. Sorry, fam.
Entire chat is now talking about their favorite kinds of egg.
Good. Thank you, one eggy boy, for monopolizing this chat. OSP is gone, there is only egg.
Toad in the Hole had that. Not
Oh, Toad in the Hole is
That one's good.
my jam.
The music YouTube guy?
no, the egg dish.
You take a piece of bread, you cut a hole in the middle, you fry it on a skillet, you crack an egg into the hole, and then you flip it after it fries a little bit, and you basically get a fried egg fused with a piece of toast. It's delicious.
No, that was just my Todd in the Shadows call-out shitpost. Love you, Todd.
I love the thing that. I love the. Thank you, Indigo. Indigo knows breakfast scrapple. I love the thing that YouTube like occasionally tries. Like they decide that like they're going to block a comment, and like this person was like the majesty of egg, but because they put spaces between the letters in egg, it got blocked.
Oh,
YouTube's
because...
like, that looks suspicious.
Well, no, it's because that's a very common way that people try to get around word filters is by spacing out the letters in, like, a slur. So YouTube, by default, will block a lot of, or at least they should, block a lot of spaced out words because they're like, we can't read the word, but if we see a lot of letters separated by characters, get out of here.
Now everyone's doing egg with spaces between the letters. Some of them wrong. Egg has 2 G's, not 2 E's. But now that I've allowed it, I think it's allowing it.
Okay.
Oh, but then anyone who adds like an S or does egg twice, it's getting blocked again.
Beautiful. Also, chat has long since moved on, but I heard, wow, every single comment is now being flagged.
Yeah, because everyone's just doing egg.
Guys,
I can't.
stop. You might get in trouble.
Guys, stop.
Guys, no. You need to be stopped. Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
I made a mistake.
Chat was saying we should stream Skyrim earlier.
Oh, God.
Could be fun,
Guys.
in a, like, ridiculous sort of way.
Chat, do it for Yellow and Indigo. Stop, please.
Yeah. The thing is, we need to use my play style, where you avoid the main plot because it sounds really annoying, and then you just pick a random direction and start walking, and then whatever random shit you run into is what you deal with.
Yes.
This is also how I approach real life when it's safe and possible.
Okay, it seems to be slowing down a little bit.
Okay, good.
Shout out to donation from Proud Pancake, who donated $13.37,
Leet.
bringing back another cool number, XD,
Nice.
from Germany. And from $5 from R.I. Patterson saying, when my mom found out Red has a math degree, she said that she knew she liked her for a reason.
Oh, that's fun.
I think my mom said the same thing.
What?
Yo, did you not know my mom used to be a math teacher?
I didn't. That's
Yeah,
really
she
cool.
studied statistics, I believe.
Ooh.
She wanted to be one of those people who looks at standardized test questions and sees if they're biased towards one group or another.
Ho ho.
Very important job.
Yes. That is not what she currently does, but it's a very cool job. I don't know if they actually do that anymore, if it's all or if it's all automated at this
Get
point.
ready for a big monster boy.
Oh no, the monster.
Bloop. Nope, too early.
But yeah.
Wait for it.
Do-do.
And
Do-do.
bloop.
Do-do, do-do, do-do,
Come
do-do.
on.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do Hey guys, remember when you posted that you were gonna do a podcast and it hit trending?
Oh my god.
What that video performed better than half of our recent content.
And that's only looking recently. In like the 10-hour mark, it was the top. It was our top performing video at the 10-hour mark.
It's 1 minute long. It's pure chaos, and everyone was like, "Oh hell yeah!"
It was funny. Indigo sent this to us, and she was like, "Yeah, I came up with it at 2 a.m. It was just an idea. I had Red and I were like, no. This is what we're using."
This is gold. We have to do it. Yeah, I think we had like one edit, and then it went up.
Yeah, the only edit was like a change to the podcast channel name, and then like using slightly nicer chibi files. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Gosh.
We are really excited for this. Like, neither of us have any experience in this field.
That is a lie.
Like,
I had an Assassin's Creed podcast for a year.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
Like I've been on a couple other people's podcasts.
Yeah,
but
didn't
that's
you just-
different. That's just being like interviewed and stuff.
Someone wants to know if there's a way to donate that doesn't give Jeff Bezos a cut.
PayPal.
Wait, does PayPal not count?
I don't know.
PayPal isn't under the
maybe
Bezos umbrella. PayPal is,
Okay.
it was a Musk company.
PayPal is not under
Yeah.
the Bezos umbrella, so you can use PayPal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
sorry, they don't just let you use a card.
Payment options are controlled by the campaign itself, so usually there's support for Stripe, which is a card payment processor. But this campaign doesn't have that, just at the settings and request of the American Red Cross.
Everyone's just posting EEG now. Guys, that's not... that's a brain.
Yeeg. But yeah, so the podcast, is something that we haven't done on the channel. I mean, I had the old OS podcast from back in the college days where I didn't have the time to make a full video, so I took like class notes and kind of riffed on it for like 20 minutes.
I need to stop talking about what's going on in the chat because then it just starts going more.
Yeah, then anyone just does that thing. It's okay.
You're encouraging them.
I'm bad at the internet!
The podcast should be fun. I think it'll be cool because we can talk about... Basically, the format is we're going to talk about, like, the last 2 videos we put out, one from Red, one from me, because it's going to be a bi-weekly podcast. And then just, taking questions from Discord and seeing what's good. So, when Indigo pitched the premise to us, we're like, oh, no, this rules. This sounds great. We're all about it.
Stop, please!
So...
As mentioned in the video...
Yeah.
We spent a while being like, psh, podcasts. I mean, who needs them, right? And then Indigo was like, I've written up a 5-page proposition for why you need them. And it's like, whoa! So yeah, completely changed our lives.
Because Indigo has experience in the field. She ran a college radio show for 3 years?
She also worked on the other podcast with... the historians. Oh, it did do it again?
Disconnected. Okay, let's call Red, not Tim. But honestly, if Tim picks up, I'm not going to complain.
Oh, wait. Tim's online.
Greetings, Timothy. Welcome to our stream. It is chaotic. Thank you for joining us.
It won't let me connect.
You want to use mine? Oh, no, mine's
you
also
can't.
the OSP Discord.
You can't.
Heck.
Indigo, come back. Oh no, you have your personal Discord.
Not as a function of this one, though. We can also call her through, through Messenger.
Yeah. Or just, what about her phone number?
Oh, yeah, okay, hold on, let me do that.
Why are we using Discord?
Let me do that, alright, hold on.
Okay.
I got it, all contacts.
When you get too into the high-tech thing and you forget that phones have phone numbers, that phone.
Yeah, phones have phone numbers, that phone. Personal.
No, Indigo, I know you never left, but I want you back here so you can help. Like, I need your physical presence. I miss you.
Red, talk to me. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, but...
Oh, that's
worse. That's so much worse.
Yeah, dude, just reconnect on the Discord.
We're trying, we can't.
It won't let me reconnect to you.
What? But it says you're connected right now.
What? I don't even have Discord open.
What has happened? Maybe you should reopen Discord then?
Okay.
Alright, let's try this again. Alright, bye, Red.
Okay, bye.
Wait.
It's not an OSP stream without a dash of chaos.
Hello! Hello!
Hello!
Hello!
I hope everyone with the bingo card up has ticked off audio issues 4 separate times now.
I thought the stream would go so well. It's like, we're gonna play Journey again. This time it's gonna be chill. It's not as, like, chaotic in terms of, like, the amount of questions that were being fielded all at once like last time, but is still a mess.
Our stream is like microphones, audio connections, stream key, and just a dash of chaos. Oh no, I spilled all the chaos!
Also my tea!
Everything normally works. Like, this is the only thing we do that is such an absolute shit show. Everything else works out basically fine.
It's the live aspect. It's the live aspect of it.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
That's why we're really excited for the OS podcast. It's pre-recorded so we can edit out all the screw-ups. What's up,
Oh,
Cyan?
God,
Talk to me.
Someone said G in apostrophe so it looks like egg. they're just saying like G and then a bunch of other things. I just think it's really funny.
People are memeing in the chat. We have a very creative audience. Oh, hey, it's us. Look at that.
Oh. I don't know. They're acting kind of suspicious. Oh, they weren't the imposter.
You're looking pretty sus. Have you seen the meme where it's the death that's like, it's time to go, and then the little guy from Among Us is like, no, you, and Death is like, what? And the imposter guy is like, you're looking kind of sus, and then Death is out the airlock, and it's like, Death was not the imposter.
Which, like, we talked about this. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I feel like last week, Fall Guys was everywhere. It was like the new hotness. Every gaming YouTuber we follow was playing it, and I was like, okay, Fall Guys, whatever. and then I blinked, and then Among Us was the new hotness, and I haven't seen anyone mention Fall Guys in days.
Can we just talk about Xbox bought Bethesda?
Yeah, the hell's up with that? It was wild.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Also,
Like, all of
donation-wise,
Bethesda.
we are sitting at $3,456.73.
Cool.
Remember?
Cool.
We're trying to hit 5,000. We're sorry we couldn't include the progress bar, guys. For those of you who joined late, you have no idea how much of a shit show this was earlier.
And if you
could not get OBS to work for us.
If you want to know, go find that brief old stream that I don't think has been deleted yet.
Yeah, it's probably still up right now. It's an absolute hot mess. Just ignore our
Exclusive
shame.
stream
Yes,
content.
donate. We're raising money for wildfire relief. So donate and make that sweet progress bar go. There's a link in the description that will take you to a window with a progress bar, which is what I'm currently staring at. So if you wanna make the bar go up,
It's a virtual progress bar.
Yeah. But Red, to your point with like Fall Guys and Among Us, I think part of it is like Among Us is like the new thing that everyone just found out about like last week, so people are trying to get on it now. I'm sure like the balance will shift back to Fall Guys very swiftly because it's still immensely popular.
that's true.
But it's I think everyone is very excited for Among Us, so that's why it's like the new thing right now that it seems like everyone's forgotten about Fall Guys. They'll be back.
Yeah.
They always come back. If Fortnite can be the #1 game for like 3 fucking years now, Fall Guys isn't going anywhere.
Does Fall Guys have dances, though?
No.
Also, I think everyone who's like Among Us, the new hotness, it's like, guys, Mafia has existed for actual decades.
Well, yeah, but this is like game Mafia, so it's perfect.
But
Like, there's never been a good game version of Mafia you can play on game.
We discussed this. Wasn't there a Jackbox game that like had aliens that you yeeted out of space luck?
There totally was.
Like I'm not misremembering.
No, you're not
this.
making it up. It's a space game. They played it on Polygon's Overboard.
Push the button. Push the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a little more dynamic. The Jackbox games are very fun, but they are very structured, which like facilitates great comedy, obviously. But I think some of the fun of Among Us is that it's a little more free flowing, where the gameplay reacts naturally to what the player's doing rather than the players reacting to the game.
Yeah. There's also apparently a game called Town of Salem, but I just kept seeing people in the chat be like, "Town of Salem." I'm like, that is a town. Yes.
There's a game called Town of Salem where I think it's basically like one of you is a werewolf, but it's exactly the same setup as Mafia.
Yeah. Nice. I like this
don't know,
big
it
like
feels
scarf
like
whale.
Among Us. Yeah, but yeah, it just feels like Among Us sprang fully formed, just out of the ether with all the memes already in place. Like it bled through from another better timeline somehow.
So anyway, has everyone heard about the Facebook page? It's like what's it called? It's National Park Service Lego vignettes.
What?
It's a wonderful Facebook page that makes Lego vignettes of like national parks just for fun. Like one of them is like, when the seasonals start to head home, some parks were forced to turn to other options, and it's just like a little vignette of a state park with like minions in it.
Thanks to donor Captain Planet for donating $20 with the message "Join the Planeteers."
Nice.
Save the forests.
Yellow says when the thing is full, sink down to the bottom of the pillar for a fun shiny thing.
Oh yeah.
But Yellow thought I was playing, but I am not playing. But I appreciate you tagging me.
I took back.
Or maybe Yellow
the
didn't
reins
think I was playing.
for-
Maybe Yellow knew that I was looking at the chat. Maybe Yellow is the imposter. Anyway.
Yellow, you're looking kind of sus. For anyone who doesn't know, twitch.tv/ludohistory to catch Yellow playing historically related games and talking about what's legit, what's made up, and what's fun in historical games media.
And I believe Yellow has less tech problems when he streams.
Oh, infinitely less. He's legit. He knows what he's doing. I'm just some asshole with OBS.
No.
Yellow knows what's up.
You're not even an asshole with OBS. OBS is on my computer.
Yeah, and it's also not just you. When I showed up on one of his streams, we took like 20 minutes to get my audio working. Inexplicably, everything that
we gotta go
had
down.
been working before
We gotta go
suddenly
down.
broke.
Yellow
So-
says Pendragon tonight at 7 p.m. CST. Like the
Oh,
book?
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's probably an Arthurian
That-
game.
Ooh.
You know,
Yeah.
odds are good. Oh, we've passed 3,500 donations!
Yeah.
1,500 to go, and then we'll clear our goal for the day. Woo!
Can I fall faster, please?
Can you turn off your parachute?
No. I'm trying to fall. Pendragon tonight, 7:30. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, twitch.tv.
It sounds like the name of a talk
Ah,
show.
it is a
Welcome
brand.
to Pendragon Tonight!
It's a brand new Arthurian strategy game from Inkley or Inkle.
Nice.
INKLE.
Ooh.
I'm very sorry.
I'm gonna guess Inkle.
Inkley.
Same developers as Heaven's Vault in 80 days.
Oh, okay, cool. Heaven's Vault is a good game. It's an archaeology game, which is fun. Yeah, this little guy here is the heck turnaround. It's the little organism from Flow, which is that game company's first big game. There's also the flower from Flower earlier in the Watermelon Desert stage.
Guys,
Cool.
please look up
This was the fun
Sky,
surprise.
the Children of Light.
Yeah, people talk about that. Sky Children of Light is the newest game from that game company who made Journey. The problem is it's only on mobile, and I hate mobile games because the screen is small and I don't like touch controls. So as far as I'm aware, it's not on any other platforms that is like stream conducive. I'm waiting for it to be on like Switch or PlayStation or something because I want to play it. It looks cool. But so far...
Guys! We just received a $200 donation from Link's Right Nut!
Link's Right Nut! Link's Right Nut picked it up!
You picked it up,
Finally,
Link's
the
right
balance has been restored!
The balance. Oh, beautiful.
Woo!
Oh.
At last, Link is symmetrical.
Well, which one was bigger, though?
Well, left nut had a larger donation.
So the left nut's still bigger, so it's
Yes.
still not perfectly symmetrical.
I mean, but like, the representation is there.
But
He's just
listen,
gonna quietly, slowly slide off of Epona because he's just slightly off balance. What? Oh, good lord. We're getting a
Zelda
little
trying to
silly.
sneak around, but I'm dummy asymmetrical.
Link, you must have been getting.
someone said,
But
what's
you're
next?
sick.
Someone said, what's next? A middle nut?
I hate to break it to you.
Oh god.
also-
We're actually at 3,750 right now, so we are climbing up with you guys.
Wow.
Also, for anyone who's wondering, Yellow put the link to his Twitch channel in the chat.
Beautiful.
Definitely check it out. It's really neat.
He
Hell
was
yeah.
on our most recent history video, pre-Rome, was the Viking video, which he was a tremendous help with. That was very fun to assemble. What's up? What's up, Cyan?
Well, I'm not going to say one of them, but Indigo said, Link's nuts, like the cycle of reincarnation, come in a trio.
Triforce of courage, Triforce
No.
of power, Triforce of wisdom, Triforce of Link's nuts.
That's the secret fourth triangle in the middle of the other three.
Ah.
Carefully cradled for protection.
Also, to the person who's like, music is a little loud, I don't think you realize how much we cannot adjust anything right
We
now. No, we cannot.
No, wait, hold on. There are
We're
options
gonna
in
fly
this
too
game.
close to the sun.
Blue, don't do it.
There are options.
Blue.
There are options.
It's a scam.
Damn it,
Let's
man.
me. Credits, options, no.
It's a scam, Blue.
Options, no. Okay.
No, just go back.
Never mind. I can't. I'm sorry.
Everyone's saying keep the loud music. It's fine.
You're
everyone-
listening to Austin Wintory's opus.
Someone else said, nah, make the music louder. And someone said the Triforce of Nut. So,
I mean, that was a particularly loud musical sting, so, like, I get it.
Link's Dark Nut.
Wow, I apologize to anyone who joined in the past 3 minutes without the
I
context of that
apologize
fourth
to
minute.
anyone who joined.
I
Yeah,
apologize to any of my young relatives who are watching this stream right now.
For anyone just watching our content, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we just put out an apology video for, like, sorry about the content.
My part will just be, I'm sorry for reading the chat. I'm just sorry.
Oh, there's the big mountain.
Oh, 3,800. Let me just check the...
No, for everyone
Oh,
who's
wow,
asking...
a donation of $100 from Link's third nut, question mark?
Good. Your memes will go to charity. Donate with
Poor
memes.
Also, to the few people in the chat asking real questions, no, the two people aren't blue and red, like the two little avatars on the screen. It's blue and some random person. The voices are blue, cyan, and red.
Ayo, I am a robot today.
Yes. Red is coming
Greetings,
through...
fellow humans.
Red is coming through my cell phone. Oh, it's the thing again.
Yeah.
And yeah, the other person is just some friend we met along the way.
Yeah. What ho, fellow humans? Are you enjoying having skin today?
Totally a human person.
Actually, no.
I
my
too
skin
enjoy
causes
having an
pain.
expressive face.
Fully not independently articulating eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm the.
I also
imposter.
enjoy looking all the time in the same direction with both of my orbs.
Someone says, but why is she coming through on the cell phone? Go back and watch the other stream.
We're streaming this directly through the PlayStation 4, which is why there's why there is that annoying on-air notification.
Actually,
we can't turn that off.
Yeah, you don't always see it on here. Or maybe I was just
Yeah,
scrolled too
I think
far
it just
down.
shows up when more people show up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It pops it up.
But it's like basically constant, because also whenever there's new chats, there's like a little pop-up thingy there. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. I was in a terrible video game related accident, and 90% of my body has been replaced with cybernetics.
Yeah.
So
No, that was a video game accident.
I never asked for this.
Shouldn't have gotten involved in a video game accident. No, I'm
Good
kidding.
Deus Ex meme.
Yeah.
Although Red, it was actually, I never asked for this. Because it's
I never
like
asked for
borderline
this.
Christian Bale's Batman.
Yeah, oh god, speaking of Christian Bale's Batman, having recently watched all three of those movies in basically one 24-hour stretch, gotta say, not as good as people made me believe they would be. Like, I know some of that is just that they've aged weirdly, but it's like, well, due to certain current events, certain things were jumping out at me a little bit more. Like how in the first two movies, the Gotham police force is this incredibly corrupt, terrible thing. And then in the third movie, the Gotham police force is the only thing standing between the city and total chaos and destruction, and they form a thin blue line to protect the people from Bane, and it's like, something's different here.
Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne just donated a lot of money to reform the police force.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, if you look at the movies, Bruce clocks in maybe a year as Batman, and then he sulks for 7 years! And it's like, Gotham's doing fine without him. He's like, oh, I created a world that didn't need Batman, but now I'm sad. And it's like, then maybe you should have made the second movie about something else. I don't know. And for the
Indigo.
record, that second movie, Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker is incredible. He is really good. Half the reason he is so hateable is because he licks his lips constantly, and that's just nasty, but he's doing an incredible job. That tricked people into thinking that movie actually makes sense. It does not.
Indigo.
And, like, once Joker's out of the picture, that movie goes downhill so fast.
Indigo's
Oh,
2 cents
God.
are that The Dark Knight should not be in the IMDb's top 250's top 10. Send tweet.
Woo!
Indigo was telling us that she was considering doing like a movie marathon because of like, quarantine. And she at first was looking at the IMDb top 250 and then saw The Dark Knight at the top and it's like, no, I'm going to do all the Oscar Best Picture winners instead because that is horse shit. And that was her logic. Unimpeachable, I would say.
Thank you for the $5 donation from Link's Itty Bitty Teeny Weeny. We gotta leave our boy Link alone, alright? He didn't ask for this shit.
Link is being, like, exposed on the internet here.
We passed 3,900. Thank
Nice.
you, everybody.
Yes. Indigo is still currently marathoning all the Best Picture winners from the Oscars, and I believe tweeting about them.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of tweeting post-movie reactions, which are very funny. We
Yeah.
recommend.
Definitely check out.
Wake me up before you Indiegogo at Sophie K.
Yeah.
Someone said, I didn't know that Link had a yellow polka dot bikini.
Yeah.
Aww. I mean, with some of them costume options in Breath of the Wild, anything's possible.
Oh man, excited for the new Breath of the Wild game, and then also the Hyrule Warriors.
So excited.
QBDG GIF. You made me care about Hyrule Warriors.
Oh god, I'm so excited. I'm also very excited for Rehydrated Ganondorf, because it looks like they're going with a different kind of design for him this time, and that looks pretty gnarly.
Rehydrated?
I'll show you the
Well,
Breath of the Wild 2 trailer.
Okay.
It became a
It was
whole
like a whole
thing.
thing. Basically, in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, there's like a shot of what looks like this mummified, desiccated Ganon, but like he's kind of moving. Like I think he does a scary jump scare, turns his head to the camera, and the eyes are glowing or something. And everyone was like, "Ooh, he looks interesting. I like the hair. I like the jewelry. I bet he'd look really good if he were rehydrated." And then that was the only thing the internet was drawing for 24 hours. So, yeah, I don't know. I am excited if they do that because, like, thinking about it, the first game doesn't really explain all that much about Calamity Ganon.
No.
He just kind of showed up and everything went to shit, and then, like, because it starts kind of in medias res and you wake up with no memory and you're like, what the fuck is happening? What's that? And they're like, oh yes, Calamity Ganon destroyed the world. Shame about that. And you're like, okay, I guess I'll go fix that. But now in the sequel, they can actually be like, and here's why he destroyed the world. And you can be like, oh, motivation, how interesting.
Here was Ganon's secret motivation to make him a sympathetic antagonist.
Someone said, yes, Rehydrated Ganondorf and Wet Bowser.
Oh,
Uh,
why does Piranha Plant have bone in it?
Anyway.
what was that noise?
That was Cyan.
What
Doing
did I
her
just
best
see?
Cleo impression.
Oh, okay.
No, I just am reading the comments.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Someone said Dry Brian.
I'll become Dry Brian.
Oh, thank you for the $20 donation from Ganon's Only Nut.
Ah.
You guys are great. Always hearing your jokes and voices on history makes me happy. Keep on rocking.
Aw.
P.S. Red, please don't start the robot uprising. No promises, human.
Yeah, so everyone in the chat, I often make weird noises when I am uncomfortable. They're never the same.
Big mood.
Someone said Cyan, I thought that was a baby. There are
I
no
felt like
babies here.
something was, I don't know, tearing or like squeaking against something. It was just weird.
I think the most telling thing about that was that I didn't even bat an eye.
Oh, good Lord.
And we
I
thought this
think
was
that
going to be a
stream
chill
was wildly
stream.
successful.
We were like,
consider
this
this
one's
an
going to be
absolute win.
chill. It's going to be fun, fine, easy. Okay, let's
I
try
mean,
not
there's
to get
nothing
murdered
like,
by the thing.
you know, 15 minutes of just straight technical difficulties to really get you in a manic mood.
Yeah.
Really present for the stream.
Yeah. I always get hit by this guy. One time, it was really, really cheaty. I was hiding somewhere, and the monster was nowhere to be seen, so I walk outside, and then he, like, zips to
Respawn.
point right in front of me and gets me. I'm like, that is BS on a whole other level. I'd never been
Everyone
done
needs to
dirty
stop.
like that before.
Everyone needs to stop donating things about Link's body parts.
Oh,
But
no.
thank you for the $4.21 from Link's shaped nipples. Anyway. And thanks for the $10 from No Funny Name Sorry, Sad Face.
Aw.
Trust me, man, you're what we need in these dark times.
Someone said Link stole Ganon's other nut to lower the Ganon's power.
It's like a Horcrux. That's the real reason why he's so mad.
I love
love
how
how
the
many-
new Harry Potter game came out, and 2 seconds later they're like, we have nothing to do with J.K. Rowling, we promise. We've been working on this game for 3 years. We just wanted to make a fun Wizards game, guys.
That's
we swear.
rude.
I mean, well, let's be real. J.K. Rowling is making money off that game. She
Oh,
has
absolutely.
Such a, like, vice grip
She
on the
has, like,
licensing, but-
every single, like, monetization right from everything tied up in
Yep.
those contracts. Like, everything
Yeah,
Wizarding
yeah.
World goes into her pockets. So, like, if you
Yeah.
go to Universal, you go to the Harry Potter world, sorry. You're paying into J.K. Rowling's I Hate Trans People fund.
You know what's weird about that? I feel like the fan base for Harry Potter has been reacting better than I expected, and I think I know exactly why. Because everyone who was into Harry Potter was like super into it because it was this fun world, it was this very vibrant story about finding acceptance and your true place, and yes, the irony has not been lost on me. But Then, in the finale, I think the epilogue is what first made people realize, like, you know
Weird.
what? I didn't like that part. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And once you're doing that already, because, like, I don't know a single person who liked the epilogue.
Listen,
like,
if
not
you got-
even, like... Sorry, which?
I was gonna say, if you got past the epilogue, some people did. You know, it's easy to just be like, okay, that's 30 years later, whatever. Then the Cursed Child came out.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Cursed Child, a whole different ballgame. But, like, just with the original books, you know, this was a large part of people's childhood. It was a large part of my childhood. I think I mentioned this before, but the Harry Potter books are kind of why I learned to read at the age that I did.
Same.
Like,
Same.
my parents have been teaching me to read. It's just I didn't have the motivation. You know, there was nothing I wanted to read. And then my dad was reading me Harry Potter, and I was like, I gotta out of the way, old man. I gotta get through this thing. So,
But yeah.
and I just got this like reading level that was just anyway. So,
No, I feel
very
that.
important part of a lot of people's childhood. Yeah, yeah, and you know you grow up with these characters and you watch them grow and develop, and you're like, wow, this is so interesting. And then at the end, they lose you because they jump 30 years into the future, and you, a kid who has grown up alongside these characters, are like, oh, that wasn't for me, was it? And then you just recognize, like, that part of the story wasn't for me. That part of the story was for, like, 40-somethings for whom this is the ideal scenario. I get it. And then you just kind of ignore it. You're like, okay, whatever, I don't care about that. And then people, like, do fan content, or they, there's this one artist who's been drawing comic versions of scenes that the movies left out from the books, which I think is really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, just stuff like that, and it's just really good. But that means that the fandom has been fundamentally transformative ever since the last book came out.
Yeah.
And I think that means that when shit started going sideways, a lot of people were like, that's a shame, but you know what? These stories still mean a lot to me because of what I made of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's made it a little easier for a lot of people to handle this, rather than being like, am I still allowed to like these characters? It's like, I think you're allowed to like these characters because I feel like the way she wrote them, none of these characters would share her opinions, and I'm certain she didn't do that on purpose.
No,
It's just, when you write a cast of people who are outcasts in a world that genuinely doesn't understand them or believe they exist a lot of the time, when that's the world you write, even if that's not the story you're trying to tell, that's what a lot of people will get out of it. And then to turn around and be like, no, not like that. It's like, sorry, it's too late, man. It's out of your hands. You put it in the world. People are doing stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we support trans people on here and not TERFs.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Honk shoot, get out of here!
That's one for bingo. We've had a lot of BDG in the past 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think, it's a prime example of how, like, people obviously
4,000.
have...
Past 4,000.
Oh, hell yeah. It's a prime example of, like, obviously creators have intent when they're making something, but once you, like, send that out into the world, it is no longer yours. There is no control you can exert over it. Once, you know, you lift up your pen off the paper, once you take your hand off the chess piece, it belongs to the audience now, and they can make of it whatever they want. You can contribute more to that culture, but if it's not part of that text, then everyone else can take it or leave it as they go. And even if it is, you know, in the case of the epilogue, people can be like, nope, not having this, but I'll take the rest of it. So, you know, it's an example of why it's impossible to micromanage and, like, own fully a story like that once it's, you know, into the hands of a community that cares about it. Because obviously if no one cares enough to do anything, it stays as it was originally forever. But, like, once people have that, and once they start making it theirs, it's, you know, it's over the hump. It's gone. It's no longer in the hands of the author.
Two things.
Sorry, I was gonna say the chat is praising Uncle Rick.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, first of all, that's definitely true, although I think it's more like art is a conversation, and just like a conversation, what one person puts forward and what the other person receives aren't the same thing. The artist has control over the art they put into the world, but no control over how it's recognized, in the same way you have control over the words you say, but very little control over how they're interpreted.
Yeah.
As internet content creators, we are very familiar with this. So basically what this means is that an artist can, you know, have ownership over their art, but especially when you have something that is so world-changing, the perspective on the art that forms in the collective consciousness is not the art that you put out there. And you can say whatever you want about the art that you put out there, but it's kind of up to the fans how much that gets incorporated into the general space of headcanon and fanon and stuff like that. The artist always has control over the canon, but the fandom always has control over the fanon and the interpretation.
Yeah.
And the artist can say, that's not what I intended, but the fandom can say, that's what I'm getting anyway.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to say is read out some of these donations.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
First of all, thanks to the $10 donation from Link's PG-13 Body.
Beautiful.
And also the $10 donation from the Twilight Realm Waiting Room with the comment, "Hey Red, thanks for not forgetting about me." And some question about stuff we'd like to see in Breath of the Wild, which we can talk about later. Zelda's Third Nut also gave $10.
Impressive.
I'm not even going to read this one about Sidon, but thanks for the $50. $20 from Not an Egg, I Swear, with the comment, "Leave Link alone, sad face." $20 from Zelda's Favorite Twink.
Beautiful.
And something from somebody whose name is stated as Bollocks, and their comment has been partially censored because they said, "What if we pronounced," and then it's a string of asterisks and quote marks, "like ancient Greek names? I can only guess what they're referring to."
Wow, that's funny. I didn't know that they censored it even in the Tiltify portal.
Yep. Also, a $100 donation from Phil Pestinger saying, "Trans rights and journey friends, hell yeah."
Pestinger, longtime viewer of the channel that Philip is.
Yeah, more people saying trans rights. Thank you very much.
Very much.
Yeah. Boy. What are we at now? Oh, 4,250. We are rocketing up there.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
People are saying it was most likely the full name of Nut. Well,
oh, right. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. No, that definitely checks out.
I absolutely love that they don't bother censoring any of the names at all. But they censor the comments.
but yes. Chad is also very supportive of trans rights. Thank you, Chad. This is important.
I would hope so. I'd hope that we'd cultivated an audience of non-dickheads, you know?
Yeah. Obviously, we don't have complete control of who chooses to be an OSP fan.
Right.
But, we like to think that we encourage a positive and welcoming atmosphere here on this channel, whether it's in the videos or in the live streams or eventually the podcast. Now, feast your ears on Apotheosis, one of the, if not the best track in the Journey soundtrack. Long video on the Polygon YouTube channel about the process of composing this from earlier this year. Really interesting video, very iterative. And I feel bad. I don't want to pigeonhole poor old Austin into yes, he made the Journey soundtrack and then whatever else. It's no, he's still working. He's still putting out hits. But obviously, just in terms of the reach of the game and the quality of the music, Journey is definitely one of the high water marks, and I think it deserves to be celebrated as much as it is.
See, someone just said in the chat, Journey is great for trans rights. Can't see your gender under that scarf. Yeah.
Dude, poncho is the ultimate unisex article of clothing.
Yeah.
Honestly, why can I not wear capes to work? I know it's because I work in a lab, but capes.
Cape should be lab appropriate. It keeps there's an extra layer between you and your base layer of clothing.
And they're a little flammable. Our lab coats are flame retardant.
Flame retardant capes. What's hard about that?
I don't know how to make.
Just get a plague doctor thing, wax leather or something. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah. Also, Yellow would like to point out that Austin Wintory is so open about how this process happened. He wrote, "I was born for this" in one day.
Yeah, he hammered that shit out in a day. The madman.
Music composers are terrifying. Their power is just too strong.
They are borderline eldritch. It's I was working on this one song for 60 years, but then I did this song in a morning. Charlie Puth wrote "See You Again" in 11 minutes, which scares me.
I think his first album, I was and then I heard Attention, and I was never mind, this guy fucking rules.
Yeah, and no, that's the thing. With his first album, he's look, I recognize that a lot of that didn't resonate with people. I'm not super happy with it too. This new album, voice notes, this is my first album. We're gonna call this one the first album. I put out some singles before then, but this is the new starting point for me. And everyone's no, more of this. This is good.
Yeah, I mean, mad respect.
For all the people in the chat saying Edamone says no capes, I hear you. Is it better if it's a cloak? Can it be a
Listen,
clone?
Endemode was making clothing for people who regularly flew into jet engines,
True.
alright? This isn't an issue right now.
Also,
Bernadette Banner would like to know your location.
Indigo would like to say that no one has terrified me more than the composers she's worked with. They are cryptids of the audio world.
Yeah.
They are so terrifying. They can just make new shit in like minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, cloaks are okay, but not capes.
Okay, cool. On the subject of Charlie Puth, though, one thing that I always really respected about him, two things, is one is, like, I want to encourage other people to make better music than me. Like, this is a challenge. Beat me. And I just really respect that. But one of the things is that he specifically writes his choruses to be singable, where, like, the man clearly has a range, but a lot of his choruses are specifically, like, composed in such a way that people can just sing along and participate in it. So, it's been going on. Like, that's in a very easy range for people. So, like, I think that's really cool that he specifically made the choice to make his music, like, vocally accessible when he could have, like, done all kinds of crazy shit with his own voice. That's just a really cool thing that I appreciate. Because so many people, like, throw their voice through a billion different boxes to make cool vocal effects, and, like, that's fun, but then, you know, how much can the average person, like, really feel like a part of it when they're singing along? So, Charlie Puth's cool.
I feel like Charlie Puth is on one end of a spectrum and Brendan Urie is on the other end of the spectrum in terms of, like, how much they show off with their vocal range.
Brendan Urie is, like, takes off his hat, takes off his gloves, observe, and then just, like, breaks all the windows in a 40-mile radius. Yeah.
Brendan Urie fucking performing Into the Unknown without it being key shifted at all.
Yeah.
Someone says
Jesus
that we should
Christ.
sing Journey for the ending. That we can't hear the audio.
Don't stop believing!
No.
Hold on to your feet!
Red, good thinking. Different.
Red, the video game.
But Journey's band produced Don't Stop Believing.
I see where you're going for, but I think they mean the song I Was Born for This, which is the one that's in 5 different languages.
Just a small town girl!
Living in a lonely world.
Just a midnight train
Going anywhere.
Listen, you don't sing Don't Stop Believing. You perform Don't Stop Believing.
I'm gonna get shit for this. I never particularly found.
No.
No.
Blue,
What?
don't do it. Don't do it.
I recognize that it is a good song that a lot of
Blue?
people love. It
Blue?
doesn't resonate with me in the same
Oh,
way.
you're dead.
How could you?
It doesn't resonate with me in the same way. I'm not gonna take it away from anyone else. I'm not gonna say it's a bad song. It's not a bad song. It's just not for me.
Listen.
You trying to tell me you weren't a city boy born and raised in South Detroit?
Statistically, no.
With a small town girl
Going
living in
anywhere.
a lonely world?
Yeah, I feel like that accounts for like 30% of the human population.
Oh, the chat is canceling you.
Okay. Sorry, friends. It was nice while it lasted.
It's okay, guys. We'll take care of this. Next stream is just red and cyan.
You know what's fun about Don't Stop Believing? They don't say Don't Stop Believing until the song is nearly over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like theoretically the chorus, but like they just don't sing it until the very end. It's just all that stuff about being a singer in a smoky room.
Smell of wine and cheap perfume.
Yeah. For a smile, they could share the night. Just one night.
What's the conversion rate on smiles?
Well, some may win and some may lose.
Ow. This song rules, by the way.
Yes, it. Oh,
and
wait, no.
Yeah.
This song.
Thank you for playing.
Whatever.
Journey.
Thank you for being a friend.
But it's in 5 languages, and like Austin was like, yeah, I'm gonna write a blog post about it, and like the community like got to it and unpacked it before he could write his post like a week later, and he's like, whoa, these guys go fast. Yeah. So I think I explain this every time we play one of these games, but where is he?
Oh.
No, not Robin. Aaron, no. Where's Matt? Yeah, Matt Nava. Matt Nava, art director on Journey, split off and took half of the That Game Company team to go make Giant Squid Studios, which made Abzu and is about to put out The Pathless, which I'm very interested in playing. Comes out later this year, I think. No precise release date yet. Also going to be composed by Austin Wintory. There's our boy. So I appreciate that Austin's just like, of the many like franchises that he's kind of hitched his horse to, it's like, yeah, like that game company, Giant Squid Studios, whatever they're making, I'm there. I'm like, yes, I appreciate that. One time, back on the Ye Old Assassin's Creed podcast, we had an episode about the music in Assassin's Creed Syndicate because the game had just come out, and we're talking about like Austin Wintory knocked it out of the park, and he commented like, "This is so sweet, guys, thank you," and like 19-year-old me was like, "Oh my god!"
I think you actually died.
Yeah, totally died. And then I bought the piano cover album for Journey. There's it's called like Transfigurations, I think. It's 30 minutes. It's the 5 main songs: Nascent, The Call, The Road of Trials, Apotheosis, and I Was Born for This. I think there's maybe one other one in there. And it's all on piano, recomposed, like really beautiful, sounds really great. Bought it on his Bandcamp because it was on YouTube, but it got taken off, and I sent a little note like, "Oh, thank you, Austin, your music's so great, I use it when I work all the time," and he's like, "Oh, thank you for your message," and I'm like, "What?" You know, and that was like last fall.
And then Blue died again.
And then I died again. So it's like, it's amazing. That's why I always try to like go and like, you know, like little things when I can, because, you know, it's not to the same level, but for a lot of people, like those little interactions really mean a lot. So, you know, like I try to do that, you know, when I can. God, song rules.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, my headphones aren't plugged in. That's why I can't hear the audio.
We raised $4,376.94.
Wow, nice.
Thank you, friends.
Comments. Person basically asking a specific question, but the broad question is about enjoying stuff created by people who you later learn aren't great people. And I think we kind of discussed this earlier. You know, it's like on some level, you know, it's personal. Sometimes knowing that kind of spoils it for you later. You know, you're like, can I really just enjoy this without thinking about the bad stuff that I know this person does or thinks? But sometimes you can just be like, you know what? What I've made from this is not the same thing as what this person is doing now, and I think that's more important. I don't know. It's very personal. I don't think there's any one thing that works for everybody. It's, frankly, I think it's just a matter of comfort, you know? Like, you don't need to force yourself to engage with art if it makes you uncomfortable, and you don't need to force yourself to detach yourself from something that brought you a lot of happiness, unless it's soured enough that you just can't deal with it in the same way anymore. You know? Like,
and
I'm unlikely to reread the Harry Potter books these days, but I'm not gonna like pretend I never read or enjoyed them. You know?
And there's also a difference between like continuing to support a franchise and a creator by like participating in their commerce and like still being able to enjoy the work, because one does not give anything to the creator and one, you know, keeps on putting money in their pocket. So even on that, there's a difference to be made, and there's a lot of like specific two-person differences.
Say that we should support artists making unlicensed Harry Potter work. I'm just saying that there are artists on a lot of places, like Etsy is a big one of them, that do create things that might look like Harry Potter things, and if you were to maybe want to purchase them, you can maybe support a smaller creator who may or may not be making unlicensed work.
This is Harold Patterson. He's a sorcerer.
This is Jerry Goddard's sporting hat.
Hugo Award winner Chuck Tingle wrote something like that, hammered it out in like a day.
Beautiful.
Let's see, we're at 4,400 now. Oh, 4,426 and 94. Do you think we should, I don't know, keep streaming a little bit until we hit our goal? I know we're done with Journey now, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, I cannot leave this game without killing the stream. We found that out the hard way when we tried to play Abzu.
Oh, that's right.
But...
Donate and I'll start reading comments out loud.
Whoa!
That's a dangerous proposition, Cyan.
Well, we can start it. Oh, have we done all the, like, secret hunting?
Yeah, we could do that again.
Gotta get back to Hogwarts.
We can just, like, play the game again, just to have something going on.
To school.
Yeah, why not?
Gotta get back to Hogwarts.
Yeah, let's go until, like... 5 maybe, and see if we can hammer our way towards that $5,000 goal.
Have Red and Blue seen a Harry Potter musical? Have Red and Blue seen a Harry Potter musical?
I've seen a lot of bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
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 Red and
I feel
Red.
like I kind of missed the boat on that one. It was like popular when I was into other stuff. You know?
Fair. I was into it. Fun fact. Devin from BuzzFeed, who I don't actually know if she still is on BuzzFeed or if she does her own thing now, but she was in a Harry Potter musical. And if you watch anything from BuzzFeed, and then, like, of her stuff, and then go back and look at a Harry Potter musical, you can figure out who she is. And it's very fun. But yeah, bless up for Star Kid. One of my favorite things I learned in high school was that there was a holy musical, Batman.
It's funny. I'm gonna pour some more tea and
Oh,
hopefully
no, you
not
won't.
cause chaos. Oh, is it empty?
It is empty. It's been empty for a while.
Oh well.
No.
Cries in 1800s British.
Damn colonials. Getting rid of all our tea.
Sometimes when Cyan and I are making curry, and by that I mean mostly Cyan, we just reminisce about how curry basically, like, translated into English, like, comes from a word that means sauce. So I can just imagine, like, a British guy in one of those big doofy hats, like, running around India with a flintlock pistol, like, unhand the sauce, peasant.
God. Okay, you know what? I feel like we shit on England maybe more than... Not more than it collectively deserves, but maybe more than is strictly necessary right now.
It's disproportionately the place that we shit on the most.
Sorry.
That's true.
Black
sorry,
Fox 413 is in the chat.
Oh,
and
hey,
wants to know
Sark.
wants to know if you're enjoying your stolen Imperial Juice Blue.
Jeez. I am enjoying it, thank you very much.
It's delicious.
To say nothing of our stolen imperial land. That's next Friday's video, by the way. Get ready for Indigenous Peoples Day.
Get high.
Yeah.
We support Indigenous Peoples Day on this channel.
Petition to rename tea Empire Juice.
Ay, caramba.
Oh, the Irish are in the chat wholeheartedly endorsing mocking the British. And also the British people are in the chat wholeheartedly endorsing the mocking of the British.
Actually, that's not this Friday. That's next Friday.
Next
yeah.
Friday. Did I say this Friday? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This Friday is...
Yeah.
Red, what do we have on the docket for this Friday?
A lot of shitting on Frank Miller, but
Good.
that's just my normal Friday. Boy.
What about Canada? I don't know, Canada. Canadians, sound off in the chat. What are your opinions on mocking the British?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Also, Canadians, just sound off in the chat. You guys are lovely.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, it's kind of annoying having the stereotype of, like, oh, Canadians are the nice ones, Canadians are perfect, and in a way that can be annoying in itself. And, you know, Canada's obviously not perfect, no one is, but, like,
Yeah.
they do things good over there. You know, there are a lot of people that have things that they should be proud of about the way that, you know, their culture works. I think it's important to celebrate the good of places amid the bad of places, because if we're like, yes, this thing did this thing at one point, so we can't take anything good away from it, like, all of classical antiquity would be cancelled. But, like, yeah, we can appreciate that, like, you know, the Athenians and the Romans had some good ideas about government and some bad ideas about sexism, and we can, like, you know, learn from that and be better than them. So, you know, we can grow and change as a society.
Dave
We don't have to-
Anderson, the Canadian, says mock them mercilessly.
Yeah. My brain's just going like, terrible news, old chap. I'm afraid Her Majesty's been cancelled. Oh no!
Eh.
Everyone see the Queen's speech from April? That was a good-ass speech.
Yes. Also, an Indigenous Canadian is in the chat and says hi. Squish.
Hi.
Hello. Scotland forever. That's a move.
Alba Gubrath.
Yeah,
I didn't pronounce that right, I'm sure.
Mock Canadians for pretending to be nice. Listen, if you can put on a front, you're doing better than us.
Yeah. I do, like, recognize that Britain is definitely the place that I'd shit on the hardest, but, like, the way that British history is taught both in and outside of Britain, like, I feel like course correction is important. So, like, maybe I'm too hard on it, but, like, I don't know.
Also, real quick, 4,586.
Woo!
We are in our last $500 stretch.
500
That's
more,
awesome.
guys. I'll keep reading the comments. Also, yes, people are pointing out in the chat that, yes, Canada also has a lot of problems with their
Yes.
indigenous populations.
Yeah.
We are aware.
Yeah. Canada's reputation as the nice one, I think, helps shield them from a lot of consequences and scrutiny from how shittily they treat a lot of their people.
Yeah.
But, you know,
And like in
But
the like the big I don't know how to describe it. What's like in the Five Eyes countries and like the predominantly like white English speaking parts of the former British Empire. Like Canada and New Zealand, I think, have the reputation of the nice ones. Obviously, America, Canada, New Zealand, Australia all have their own problems with like the way they've treated their native populations. I think New Zealand probably has creds for like being the best out of the lot because like they recognize like Maori culture in a way that like America doesn't, Canada doesn't, Australia doesn't. So like New Zealand gets props for that at least, and like in starting to put in the effort. Not perfect, obviously, but like they're doing their best.
Two things.
Yeah.
One, America, Canada, and Australia basically tend to be like, yes, centuries ago, our ancestors brutally colonized this land and destroyed the native population. Quit! Dead! Sometimes I can still hear their voice. And the other thing is, we just got a $20 donation from Link, quote, semicolon, caps, drop table, body, underscore parts. And I just have endless respect for that guy.
Someone added me in the chat and says, please help, but I don't know what they were helping. Wanted help with. I'm sorry.
Chlep.
I'm sorry.
Cyan chlep.
But yes, we are aware.
Yeah. So
The Italians would like us to shit on France more.
I shat on France in my Napoleon video, in my French Empire video. I put France in its place.
Whoa.
I mean, that was only one video though. Like Britain gets the good old haranguing like every other month from me.
Listen, if Britain didn't want to get shit talked so much, they shouldn't have conquered 90% of the world that one time.
Britain knows
Like
what they
anytime-
did.
Yeah, it's just like anytime we talk about any history, it's like, all this cool stuff, all this, oh yeah, really interesting. And that's when the British showed up, and it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, it's the responsible thing to do to shit on Britain for that stuff, because otherwise you'd be pretending it didn't happen. And that's what Britain's already doing. Anyway.
The Egyptians in the chat would also like us to shit on Britain. Some people want you to shit on Vienna.
Vienna. I don't know anything about Vienna and what they've done or not done.
The humans in the chat would like us to shit on humans.
Oh yeah, no, we're bad. Everything that
humans
went
suck.
wrong is an us fault.
Wow, this chat has turned sad. So anyway, what's everyone's favorite pizza topping?
Ooh, pepperoni.
Really?
I'm a fan of good old margarita pizza because it is patriotic for the Italian flag, named after the first queen of Italy, Queen Margaret, who went to Naples one time and was like, oh, this shit rules, and everyone's like, oh, this is now the margarita pizza because Queen Margaret said she liked it, and we want her to feel special.
Oh, the pineapple people are in the chat. Also, whoever said pickles and mustard, you can leave now, thank you.
Oh my god.
Wait, Stein, what did you say, the pineapple people?
Yeah, the pineapple people, because I asked about pizza
Oh,
toppings.
for pizza.
They're in the chat.
Stay tuned to next week's episode from me to learn about why pineapple pizza
I'm
is...
sorry, Sark.
Pineapple pizza is like, whatever you think about it culinarily, calling it Hawaiian pizza is super fucked up, and you shouldn't do it, and you'll learn why next Friday.
2 Fridays from now, Blue.
Next Friday!
Also,
Not this Friday.
Next Friday, that's what next Friday means.
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, this Friday is this Friday, next Friday is the Friday after.
Anyway.
if we're like close enough to Friday, I did want to recount a quick anecdote from, at one point when I visited New York, I stayed in Midtown, right across the street from this like little Jewish deli. So at one point when I was hungry, I was literally like, oh, this is great. I just walked across the street and they had pizza. And I made the rookie mistake of initially trying to get pepperoni. And then when the guy was like, what? I was like, a mushroom is fine. Because pepperoni pizza is not kosher.
No.
Oh no!
It is not.
It's meat and dairy. I was like looking around like, where's the pepperoni? I don't get it. Where is it? Where are they hiding it from me? And then when I asked it and the guy was like, excuse me, I was like, oh, right. This is like an actual Jewish deli.
Wait.
Sorry.
Quick question. Who's putting bananas on pizza? Who are you?
Fuck.
Who are you and what are you doing?
Yeah, you monster.
I Yeah, I mean, I guess that's weird, but like, who am I to like make fun of people for their food preferences? I like to eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches open-faced.
I just want to talk. Oh, it might be Sweden apparently. Also, yeah, I'm
gonna call up Killian Experience and get him on the. No, I'm not. I don't know Killian Experience.
We don't know Killian.
Yeah.
We wish. We wish.
But yeah, anyway, I like to put, like, if I can just make a pizza just for me, I probably would do, I do onions, garlic, probably peppers, but, like, not roasted peppers. I'm not a big fan of roasted bell peppers, but I like, raw bell peppers. That's good. And just a lot of spices.
It's
tons of
raw.
spices. Tons of spices. Red pepper flake is good.
4,700. We've reached 4,700.
Oh, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
Come on, guys. Go donate some money to support your favorite pizza brand. Dried apricots,
And
guys.
also all the people on fire on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. But you know. Also, people keep saying bubblegum pizza. Please tell me that's not
What?
a thing. Please tell me
That's
that's
not a thing.
You know what I really
That can't
miss?
be the
I really miss when I was doing my summer study abroad in Padova in Italy, and there was this one pizzeria that did these little like square pizzas on focaccia, which I later learned, thank you to Cyan, is that it's called grandma pizza, and it's a thing. I was like, this one pizza place in oh god, what did I just? Padova. God, I'm like, I like my brain was subbing in peppercorn, and I'm like, no, that's not what the city is called. This one pizza place in Padova does the square pizza on focaccia, and it's amazing. And I'm like, I must have it. It's like, no, this is a thing that exists. I'm like, oh, great.
Apparently, Sweden just puts whatever they want on pizza.
You do you, Sweden. Live your best lives.
Yeah, Sweden has it figured out.
Yeah.
How about cubed pizza? I think that's just a square calzone.
Also, southern
gotta-
Italy, there's a thing called panzerotti, which is like little calzones, but like fried. And also, they put like way more things in them, so you can get like a sweet Nutella panzerotti. It's amazing.
Sorry, Red, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, we got a $10 donation from Shockwave saying, "Hey Red, have you seen the Black Myth Wukong gameplay trailer? If yes, what do you think?" I have seen it. It does look pretty cool. I think it's like super early in the development though.
Very
so, like,
early, yeah.
There's no guarantee. Yeah, so I'm excited for when the game comes out in like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
feel
definitely
like we're
one of
gonna
those.
be like legally obligated to play it.
Yeah.
And also, $20 donation from Gumihu saying, "As an Icelander, please shit on the Danish." I'm assuming it's shit. It's censored out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll get to Denmark and Sweden and Norway and all those guys eventually. I mean, we just did Vikings. Like, you're gonna need to let that one simmer for a bit before we double back.
Yeah. Good stuff. I like how every country has like another country that they shit on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like right now America's like, please shit on America. We fucking hate it here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Blue, Cyan, and Red, I've got another one from you from I Am Dom. What's your favorite kind of bagel? Bonus points for favorite bagel accessory. Listen, I really prefer everything bagels. They're really good, especially toasted. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I like them either with butter or cream cheese. I've also had really good ones if, like, you're in an area with really good fresh tomatoes, and everything bagel with cream cheese, fresh tomato, and red onion. Wow. Anyway.
Ooh. See, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I really like plain bagels. I also sometimes, if I'm feeling like up for it, French toast bagels are pretty great. But those are the two that I'll usually go for. Usually just plain. I like to keep it simple.
Yeah, my tastes are pretty minimalist. I like a plain bagel with cream cheese. Although there's this restaurant near where I went to college where I would get this they made this like fancy bagel breakfast thing that was like bagel, cream cheese, lox, those little kipper thingies, and just like onion that I never ate because I don't like onion. And it was just so good. And it was just like, it was my favorite thing because it was like a regular bagel but with more things on it. So yeah. Basically, normally plain bagel with cream cheese, but sometimes the fancy deluxe version.
Yeah. The only sad thing is I currently live too far away from New York to get a decent bagel. And it makes me sad. Every time I go to the New York area, we bring back bagels and we freeze them. Anytime a family member is coming up from that area, they bring me a bag of bagels and we freeze them.
Good.
We do that too. We like buy a bag of bagels and then just bring them with us.
Yeah.
Ooh. Other people want to know our favorite ice cream toppings. I'm a pretty typical hot fudge. I love Sprinkles are really good.
Yeah, hot fudge rules.
Whipped cream, gotta have
Hot
the whipped
fudge is-
cream.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And one maraschino cherry.
Oh, what does Cleo do whenever we bring out the whipped cream?
Oh, so Cleo is a fiend for dairy, and before people sound off on me in the comments, we know that cats can be lactose intolerant.
Cleo
we also
is
know
not.
that she is not. So we were very aware. But so she will we play a game. So she'll be napping. She has a little shelf on the window covered with a curtain. I'll go in the kitchen, open the fridge. She doesn't react. Pull out the whipped cream. Doesn't react. I shake the whipped cream. Doesn't react. Squirt a little whipped cream, and suddenly she's there.
She just, like, teleports like DBZ. Cleo teleports behind you. Omae wa mu shindeyu.
Okay, two donations. Lab Code Aficionado donated $5 to say, just to horrify you, I will mention following actual pizzas I came across: chocolate pasta fish sticks, hot dog, and curry sauce.
Wait,
I am assuming those are all individual pizzas and not combinations.
They have to
Here's
be.
the thing. I grew up with pasta pizza. I really like pasta pizza. A baked ziti pizza is delicious.
That just sounds like a lasagna with extra steps.
It is, and it's delicious.
It's lasagna with more
Also-
carbs, right, Cyan?
Yeah, so pretty much, if you're a fan of mozzarella stick pizza, which if you haven't had mozzarella stick pizza, you probably don't live on the East Coast near a college town. But you'll also probably be a fan of baked ziti pizza. The difference is, unlike mozzarella sticks, baked ziti is like kind of soft. Like mozzarella sticks, the cheese, like there's breadcrumbs everywhere. With pasta, it's just like pasta on top of the pizza. You get the two things you would get at a pizza place all pushed into one. People are really mad. Penne vodka pizza is also delicious.
Here's a spicy take from a $21 donator saying, Norwegian reminder that Iceland isn't a legitimate country.
What?
How do we feel about that spicy take? I feel
don't-
like this is dating back to like 1200s with like King Haakon IV trying to like subsume Iceland. And
Yeah,
all that
so
jazz.
there's some stuff about, like, obviously, like, every Scandinavian country, like, of the three has conquered the other two at some point. So there's, like, a lot of stuff about that. I'm gonna leave that one, because I don't want to jump into that, because I do not know enough to have any intelligent input on that subject.
Sark says yikes, Yellow says ha 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 ha, and Indigo would like to point out that Mott's pizza slaps.
Thank you, Indigo.
We've cleared 4,800.
Woo!
Get to 500 so I can turn on the air, put this away, and have dinner.
$10 donation from the Scarf saying trans rights. Hell yeah, baby.
People want to know if we have tips for people about to go to university/college for the first time.
Oh god,
Well,
right
it's,
now?
Yeah, it's an especially weird time. I do actually have a sister who is an undergrad and is on campus. I think one thing is just you really need to sit down and ask yourself why you're doing the things you're doing. If you're going back to campus, why are you going back to campus? Do you have to? Or is it maybe a choice? Is it a safer place for you to be? That's all good. Then, if you're on campus, you need to ask yourself if you're doing smart things. You gotta be smart, guys. And by smart, I mean 50-person hangouts, not chill. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, just be safe. Take the same precautions you would at home. You don't get a free pass just because you're at college. If you're asking, like, academic-wise, like, how could you survive, just do your best. Reach out to your teachers, even if they're virtual.
Yeah, talk to your teachers. They want to help you.
Especially now, they are just as confused as you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are also stressed. I'm taking an online class right now. It's only one, so it's obviously not the same as taking a whole online course load because I also work full-time. But, you know, the teachers, the TAs, they're all, like, there to help you. They're in a weird place. They want to help you get through the semester just as much as anyone else. And if you reach out to a teacher or a TA that doesn't want to help you out, I would recommend reaching out to the opposite person.
Yeah.
I've been in plenty of classes where you've had one really good TA and one really bad TA. If the TA that you're assigned to is not very good, try reaching out to the other one.
Yeah. And just in terms of, like, assuming you're not going to be that asshole and have a 50-person party on campus, like, trying to understand what the social structure of college will be like, you have to set reasonable goals for yourself. So, like, you can't expect it to be a typical semester. It's just not going to happen that way. Oh, look at this! Whoa, cool. You can't expect it to be a normal semester. But, you know, there are ways that you can, you know, work around it. And it's a lot of the same stuff that, you know, you might have been using over the past few months. So I think recognizing that it's, you know, it's going to be different from normal and that's okay. That's just gonna be part of it. So do your best, but like understand what it's going to be, and don't try to hold yourself to the standard of a typical semester, because it's going to be harder in some regards. It's going to be more unpleasant. Some things might be easier because you have less time at social gatherings, so you have more time for your work and for yourself, but that can also be a double-edged sword. So just having intentionality in the decisions that you make, and understanding the environment around you is one of the most important things that you can do to kind of keep yourself all right going forward.
Sark would like to add that as a former teacher, we love when students come and talk to us. We genuinely want to help you learn of our interests.
Yeah.
Sorry, Red, go ahead.
And be safe. I mean, this is not a time I would choose to go to college. I know a lot of people who are taking gap years because it's just, now's not the time to be at the mercy of an administration that maybe doesn't have your safety as a priority.
Yeah.
But if you are going to college, be as careful as possible. Use your own better judgment. This is a case where, like, sometimes you cannot trust your establishment to be giving you good advice because they don't know what they're doing either. So, like, if they're like, you don't need to wear a mask for this class, don't fucking listen to them.
Yeah,
maybe don't go to that class.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is a situation where, like, listen to your own better judgment, and also people who know what they're talking about. And right now, colleges are unfortunately not unilaterally in that second category.
And
so, be careful. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and like, so my sister has to be on campus. Oh, did we do it?
We did it.
We did it!
We got a $150 donation from Anonymous saying, I hope you guys are okay, love all your content. Do you have any
Thank you,
recommendations for
Anonymous.
how and where to find reliable peer-reviewed research on history?
I think
JSTOR,
I think
you have it through your
JSTOR
school.
is doing a lot right now.
Yeah.
I would also recommend, if you go to the Ask Historians community on Reddit, there's some good book recommendations there. There are websites that aggregate books on a topic that will be useful to you. Honestly, go to your local library, ask like, hey, I'm trying to do, if you have a college or just a city or town library, say like, look, hey, I'm trying to learn about this, like, what do you have? And if they don't have it, usually they can order something for you, because the city, state, and national library networks, at least in America, are pretty robust. So I would say talk to people, because people who are in this field will know a lot and know what's good, and they'll be able to help you. So immediately, like, for scholarship is JSTOR, but like books at large, talk to the communities that are in there, and they'll know what's good.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, so
thanks for getting us past our fucking goal.
Yeah, seriously, thank you.
So yeah, if you have to go to college for some reason, because like my sister's in a place where her labs are in person, so she actually still has to be there, just take all the precautions you can. If you don't have to be in college in person, maybe consider not going. If it's the safest place for you to be, obviously do that. But just do your best to stay safe. It's a weird time.
Wear a mask. It's the easiest thing you could do.
And not
wash
only
your hands.
Yeah, wash your hands. But
wash your hands.
If you at all can, get a mask that you like, because wearing a doctor mask or a surgical mask is okay in a pinch, and it's good to have some like in your backpack, if you're ever like in a pinch situation or in a car. But like having a mask that you like wearing and feel comfortable and feel like you look good wearing because it's a pattern or a color that you like, just makes you feel so much better. And also, if it's better fitted to your face, that ends up helping both you and the people around you.
Yeah.
So getting a good mask, it doesn't need to be like one of those like $50 masks with Louis Vuitton printed on the side 1,000 times, but like a mask that you can find for like 10 or 15 bucks will be a lot better for you in the long run than blowing through cheap disposable masks that aren't comfortable and don't feel good physically or like psychologically to wear.
Yeah. Like, I know for me, I have to at work wear a disposable medical mask because of the nature of the work that I do in a lab. I need to be able to dispose of it after being in the lab. And they're really uncomfortable for me. I tend to have allergic reactions to them. It's still the safest thing for me to wear while I'm there, but when I'm not, I have a cloth mask. It's one I've had it's a brand that I use for a while because I use it for allergies as well. But it's a lot more comfortable. It's a lot easier for me to wear it if, we're going to be outside for a long period of time or walking from place to place. I can leave it on rather than feeling like I have to pull it off every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the mask is going to be a reality of the world, like, take a little bit of time, spend a little bit of money if you can to make it, something that makes you feel more comfortable and just better overall.
Also,
it will go a long way.
Random, weirdly specific pro tip. But if you have medical conditions and sometimes wind up in the hospital, I would recommend keeping an extra disposable mask in your car, because you're gonna want to dispose of that when you're done. Yeah. This has happened to me twice this pandemic, so...
Yeah. Oh, actually, one thing, college specifically, I know in college it is easy to lose track of, like, washing your body and your clothes. Now is not the time to do that.
Yeah.
Like, if you have, like, clothing that you wear out or in crowded places, you want to, like, quarantine that shit. Don't rewear it. Wash it. Wash your masks. That's a big thing. If it's a cloth mask, you wash it between uses. Don't just like hang it up on the doorknob and then put it back on.
Yeah. Or if you have a disinfectant spray, that's also a great option.
Because we do laundry, say, once a week, and you usually... So the mask that I have, you tend not to wash because it has a built-in filter and it
electrostatic.
It can mess with it. But that's very specific to this one type of mask. Do not wash your mask. If it's a normal cloth mask, please wash it. So like blues masks, we spray pretty much every time you come home, and then you throw it in the wash once a week.
Yeah. Unless I didn't wear that mask that week, which happens sometimes because now I have 3.
Basically, right now we are in weird, uncharted territory, and nobody 100% knows what the safest option is. So, again, use your own better judgment. If somebody tells you to do something and internally you're like, I don't think that's safe, just straight up don't do it, okay? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, if they're like, we're ordering a school-wide assembly, just don't fucking go. It's not worth it. I know that defying authority is scary, but seriously, a lot of them just don't know how to keep you safe right now. So just be safe as best you can. Own better judgment. Wear a mask, wash it, wash your hands, don't get all up in anyone's grill.
Some people are asking what mask I use specifically. This is not an endorsement for any specific brand of mask. Just get what mask you can get your hands on. The one I use specifically is called Cambridge mask, and that's because it's rated for allergies, and I have an allergy disorder. So certain things like smoke, like people smoking, can set it off. So that's why I have this specific mask. It is probably not the best fit for most people. It is black on the interior. It tends to be very warm. It's probably not the best fit for the average person.
It will very much depend on what you specifically need. So,
Also, if you're in the U.S., register to vote.
Yes, please register to vote.
We got a $20 donation from someone saying register to vote, so register.
Hell yeah.
Register to vote. Do it. Just do it.
And there's a lot more on the ballot than just, the president. You have congresspeople, you have senators, you have people on your town, city, or state council. There are ballot initiatives that matter. People say like, oh, I live in a red state, I live in a blue state, my vote doesn't matter. Like, to an extent for like the person at the top of the ticket, like maybe, but, a lot of states are competitive this year, and those things do matter, and you have senators and congresspeople and all those other people where your vote does matter and can make a difference, and some races are decided by incredibly narrow margins. That a lot of people would sit out because it's like, oh, well, this election doesn't matter, I don't really care.
One of our local elections was recently decided by a very narrow margin.
Yeah, under 1%.
So, it does matter. Depending on your state, especially as we move into the next year, depending on what they're doing for absentee voting, some states will let you register at the beginning of the year for an absentee ballot for the whole year. That's what I do because I can't generally make it to the polling place. But again, it varies state by state. There's a lot of online resources you can use. Pretty much every social media site has a little thing that's like, here, come register to vote. So
specifically, I'll say there is the website I Will Vote, and then there's also just straight up vote.org. Vote.org is great. It's easy. It connects you to all of the local resources for your state. Vote.org. Go there if you are not registered to vote right now.
Indigo mentioned this in the chat for her state specifically, but a lot of states have fairly complex mail-in voting procedures. Read everything.
Yes.
There's often
follow the instructions.
Yeah, I know for my state there's often 2 envelopes, and you have to put it in one envelope and then sign that envelope and then put it in another envelope, and you don't sign that envelope. Just read the instructions, and if you are at all confused, try to Google it.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
like states will have online resources to how to vote absentee.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, a lot of states
Yeah.
very deliberately like redesigned their online voting stuff to be so much more accessible this year. Like,
Yeah.
it's a very simple form with very clear instructions. They'll like send you emails at every stage of the process to be like, "We have approved you. You're registered to vote. Now just do this, so we can figure out where to send the ballot to." Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're really trying to streamline the process to make it simpler because there's a lot of people who've never done this before.
Yeah,
so
no,
just,
it's
register,
new
vote.
and,
Yeah.
and very complicated.
Also, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
3 really good advices I've seen in the chat. If your state has early in-person voting, you can also do that. Definitely do that if
Yep.
your options are early in-person or in-person normal. Someone
Yes.
said, check the postage. Some states do not require postage on mail-in ballots.
Yes.
Some do. Buy stamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just support the post office. Buy
Yes.
stamps.
Yeah,
I bought a
support the
roll
post office, buy
of
stamps.
I bought a roll of 100 stamps and a little like silver or like a metal stamp holder that's got like a pattern printed on it. It's gorgeous. It's one of the nicest things I own.
and
so
Yeah,
support
sorry.
the post office. Buy stamps. Anyway, yeah.
And the third thing is, do not commit voter fraud. Do not vote twice.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely do not do that.
do not commit voter fraud.
Your vote will not be counted if you commit voter fraud. They can check that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like you're not winning if you commit voter fraud. It is very easy to tell if you've already voted.
Yeah. So just vote.
Yeah. So don't just take our words for it. Go to your local election officials. Vote.org, great resource, and talk to your family and friends if you can, because you can register a lot of people in the span of like 5 minutes, and it's a lot of the same information for people living in one household. So,
Yeah.
register to vote. This is our American PSA for anyone who's not American. Sorry.
Yeah, for those of you who are not
Congrats.
American who are
Hope
looking
you're
at
having a
this
good time.
and going, what? Yeah.
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 Trust me, you're it's just for anyone in the chat who's like, "Gosh, voting sounds complicated." You are living a charmed life, my friend. Enjoy it.
Yeah, there are many things about a federalist system of government that I deeply enjoy and appreciate, and I think are very important. But not having a national system of voting is one of the fucky ones. The good thing is that now that we are all having these kinds of conversations, it will be much harder to go back to the old system where people have to show up day of for, the election, and if they can't, then tough luck. Like, the
Yeah,
support
like for instance, if their job doesn't give them time off, which is
yeah,
a thing that
so
can happen.
like making election day a national holiday, having many more options for mail-in voting for every state where you don't need to have an excuse. You can just apply and get a mail-in ballot. Like, those things, now that we are all kind of collectively forced to confront that, these are the kinds of progress that we can all make now. So it's important to recognize not only that this is kind of a shitty situation now, but by confronting this and learning and discussing, we're in a better position in the future to make improvements to our system. So.
More things from the chat. Please do not vote. If you are not eligible to vote, you will get in big trouble. This is true.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
For someone else said, people who are American citizens living outside the country, register to vote and mail in your ballot on time.
Yep.
I have a friend in London who just did this.
Yep.
Yeah, just use your voice, friends. Use your voice.
Yeah, just do it. God.
Also,
Don't-
if you have a mail ballot and you are worried that the timing is a little slim and you don't want to put it
Dropbox.
through the post,
Dropbox.
a lot of places have drop boxes, town halls, post offices. There are a lot of ways that you can cut down on the time for that. So for me, I was able to drop off my ballot for our primary last month. And it was very easy. Just went down to local Dropbox, dropped it in. It was 15 minutes away. It was the easiest thing on earth. So there are a lot of ways that will be
Libraries
specific
too, okay.
to your own community that you can learn about for this process.
Also, if you're at all confused, try to figure out who your local election officials are.
Yeah.
Like, I know who ours is for our town because, again, I have to fill in a mail-in voting thing every year. But oftentimes they're willing to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I've seen a lot of doom and gloom, and there's no point, and the electoral college, whatever. I just vote because the only way that you guarantee things will never get better is by giving up on things ever getting better.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't use your voice you are basically giving up on even trying to have a hand in your future.
Yeah.
And that's just not... This is actually kind of the topic of this week's video, actually. But, yeah, it's just... The only way you guarantee that things won't improve, or at least that things won't improve that in a way that you have any hand in, is by giving up and refusing to use the power that you do have. And I know you might feel like you don't have power, but I promise you, you do, or people wouldn't be trying so hard to make sure you don't use it.
Yeah.
There are currently 2,000 of you here. I know that you're not all American citizens, but just think about how much change 2,000 votes can do.
Yeah.
It's a big amount.
I'm stuck behind a barrel, and I don't have any jump. So I gotta hoof it. All right, I think we should wrap up our discussion of voting. Is there anything else that we should discuss?
Let me check the most recent donation, see if anything else came through. Somebody thinks that you sound like Jello Apocalypse.
Oh,
They're two different people. Jello follows us on Twitter, and he's super cool, but he's not blue.
People are asking about book opinions. Someone asked about Catcher in the Rye. That's too much to go into right now.
Oh God, fucking Holden Caulfield. Yeah, no, not right now.
Yeah. Someone says, what do we do if we're not old enough to vote? Make sure as soon as you are old enough to vote, you register to vote.
Yep.
A lot of places will let you do it when you apply for so like in certain states where you have to get like a non-provisional license when you turn 18, a lot of places will let you apply to vote then. And if you're not, just on your 18th birthday, register to vote.
Yeah. And in the meantime, stay informed. Reading the news is fine, but don't just read the news because it can be very deceptive. Learn about how government works. Understand, like, the mechanisms of how our government functions, and then once you get to the point where you can vote, you'll be in so much of a better position to act on it after you've taken the time to educate yourself about, like, how the Constitution works and some, like, American history of, how our political system has grown and evolved over time. Like, those are important things. So if you can't vote now, there is a lot of stuff that you can do in the meantime.
Apparently The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, if you Google Better Know a Ballot, so that's Better Know a Ballot. I didn't spell it because I'm bad at spelling. But apparently if you Google that, it comes up to this website. It has specific information on how to vote in your state as well. And it can help you figure out, like, what you need to do. So, like, I'm clicking through it right now because I just saw someone in the chat mention it, but it says, like, here's how you register to vote, here's how you can check your registration if your state allows that, here's your deadline to register, here's where you can request a mail-in ballot, here's where you can return your ballot, here's where early voting is, and here's where you can vote in person.
We obviously got a little bit away from the topic of, like, journey, charity, whatever, but this is very important stuff too. And there are a lot of ways that, like, by voting, whatever you're voting on, whoever you're voting for, that you can have an impact on these kinds of things. By, a couple steps removed, like supporting people who support policies that will benefit, the people who are in these kinds of situations where they have to worry about their house being on fire. Like, there are tangible steps that can be taken at state, local, and federal levels that will make an impact. So, like, donating now is great, but, we're treating symptoms, and there are ways that we can, address root causes of some of these problems by, shaping our government for what, we think is important. So, regardless of who you vote for, make sure your voice is heard, because government stops working when people stop caring. So all that we ask is just care, vote. That's it.
There is also a YouTube channel called How to Vote in Every State 2020, which has videos on how to vote in every state, which might be especially helpful if you're not very good with visual input for whatever reason.
Nice.
Yeah. So just, the resources are there. You gotta go for it, okay?
Yeah. All right, I think we might be coming to a good stopping point here. Is there anything else that we want to dish on?
Cleo says trans rights are human rights and that you should vote.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to deny a cat, would you? This is the internet. You guys love cats.
Anything else?
I think that's it. This has been a fun stream. Sorry for the chaos. Stay tuned for the OS podcast. First episode next Wednesday. September 30th. And then from there, every other week. We deeply look forward to hearing your feedback on it, and we really hope that you enjoy it. We'll talk to you then.
Woot!
Yeah.
All right. Bye, friends.
Bye,
I'm going to ruin this guy's day that we're leaving the game.
Oh, no!
I'm so sorry, friend.
Oh, he's so sad.
Sorry, friend. Bye.
And